Dream believer, cheer up. Right. It's hard. Hi, Nellie. Hold up. This is a nice song, but this is Nellie Mackay. Everyone knows who Nellie is to me, but she's to the world. She is a superstar, a real superstar in every sense of the word. Now, I don't know where to start. Yesterday, we did a study on the YUNGBLUD fans. It was an exhausting day. Good morning, John. Hello, baby doll. You ready for this? Or you want to take a step back? No. What are you? No time like the president. They're all here, folks. Freddie, the crew. Hey, Tommy. Yeah. And you don't back down. No, I didn't. No, you did really good. And especially when it started to dawn on you what you were dealing with. Yeah. Okay, yesterday we started doing a study on the YUNGBLUD fans, and one in particular zoned in and wanted pretty much to talk to me about. She did. Well, here's the thing. I didn't know if it was a male or a female. John wouldn't give me any clues. The whole time that I was interacting with this YUNGBLUD enthusiast, I couldn't decide whether it was a man or a woman. Right? Yeah. But not only that, I thought that they were young, like super younger than me. Like 30 tops, okay? Right. But then they would say things, and I was like, no, this person is younger than that, right? Because they're just really so centered on this YUNGBLUD thing. And so when I started, and then they started getting abusive. It's inevitable with fanatics of any kind. They didn't really want to talk about anything that made sense. After a while, it just became them throwing YUNGBLUD facts and figures at me and attacking me. Really, really viciously started attacking me for my everything that I am, really. I'm glad you think this is funny, Mr. YUNGBLUD, Mr. Old Blood. Well, here's the kicker. I started writing the blog piece, okay, because this was all for a blog piece. And I got some great quotes, and that will be very funny in retrospect, right? I don't even know if they'll be funny. They're so fucking sad, but I mean, I even tried to say okay, I see what people, because I saw a short documentary about people who are really depressed, like kids, like young people, like I said, like 18, 19, 20, 25, whatever. YUNGBLUD changed their life because they were going to kill themselves. Hey, man, I think that is really, if someone can do that for you, he's saving lives out there. Hey, listen, I know who YUNGBLUD is. It goes, I know his soul lineage, right? Keep going, you're on it. So turns out I was talking to a 43-year-old woman, right? That was like, and John looks at me and he's like, surprise. And I was genuinely shook up. Because Nellie is 43. And I think I assumed all 43-year-old women had it together the way Nellie does. But no. Here I've been really thinking that the young people, like, I'm afraid for us today because of the young people. I'm afraid for the older generation because I don't trust these young people. They have such a fucking disdain and a disrespect for their elders, of which I'm one of them, right? They don't understand my belief system, my spiritual progression, and they attack me on that one point. That's what they attack me on, right? My connection with John. It's the easiest thing to attack me on because it's something that they don't understand. They fear it and they attack me on it, right? Call me a phony psychic. I'm not a psychic. I never claimed to be a psychic. I'm a channel. This fucking woman started telling me that I should be finding Nancy Guthrie. I already covered with Nancy Guthrie a couple of days ago. All I can get on her is that she is in the arms of God. That could mean so many things, but I don't have access to all this information. I am not in a position to accept that these kind of things. These things will be revealed. All I am is a channel. That's right, Lena. Which is not such a small thing. No, it's not. In fact, it's huge. Sometimes it's like gets to the point where it's like, all right, we got to shut her down. Yeah. But anyway, this woman, it's the same age as Nellie. And not only that, by the end of our discussions, I started thinking she was a gay man. Because she took on that kind of energy, like a nasty gay man. I've had, like I said, my best friends, and it sounds like a line, but my best friends have been gay, and I've lost them to AIDS. I get emotional thinking about how much I love them because those relationships were so honest and pure. Pure, that's what it was. Let me get my friend HIRAM up so we can talk. Oh, he loved, this guy, YUNGBLUD, he would have been all over that. He would now HIRAM would have educated me on YUNGBLUD. Many of you will recognize the young man who was my best friend in the whole universe. Through my marriages, both of them, he was my real love. This is my best friend. I'm sorry I haven't spoken to you lately. My love, yeah. It's all right, Blanche. It's all right. You got this YUNGBLUD thing, and you don't have to change that blog too much. You don't. And now you have a new angle. That's the thing. You don't have to even scrap that draft. The draft is excellent. Yeah. Just because she turned out to be a 43-year-old woman instead of a 19-year-old queer. Oh, shit. There's something wrong when you perceive a 43-year-old woman as a 19-year-old queer. Yeah, right. Well, I don't want to start. She's nasty. Wow. She's good at it. She was waiting with her little loaded rifle, and then she's going to attack you for being who you are and go up against everything that is nice and kind in the world. Meanwhile, she talks about our hero being so nice and kind. They're making such a mess down there. Let me ask you about YUNGBLUD now that we're talking about, and that I got you. That you got me? You've always got me. All right. I love this man. He died at 42 years old in 2009. It wasn't fair. See, I just want to hug you. Nobody gave hugs like this guy. And she wrote a story about me, too. It's on a blog. Yeah, I wrote a little book, a novella, about our love affair. Our very pure love affair. See, this is what you have to remember, Lena. People like that are garbage. She wants to make fun of you for doing art with John. She wants to make fun of you for doing your life. But meanwhile, she's on the internet making a menace out of herself. Unbelievable. I think my blood ran cold when I found out she was a 43-year-old woman. It really was like the kicker at the end of the day. It kicked my ass, yeah. Because I said to myself, no generation is together. I would have assumed again, like, because Nellie's 43, that everyone's not all right out there. Everyone is not all right, yeah. And there are days that I'm not all right. Of course, I'm struggling with a spinal cord injury and lupus, but sometimes emotionally, I'm just very distraught because of the state of the world. The state of the world is, as an empath, I get all of that. Yeah, I know. Okay, you wanted to ask me about what I thought about Ian? You're calling Youngblood Ian. I am. And yeah, we do call him Abs Fab out here. What's wrong? What of it, Lady 43? Yeah, right. Is her name Jean? I'm not going to tell you her name. All right. I'll die if it's Jean. Why? I don't want to talk about it. But again, that's the kind of thing. I don't know her name. And if I'm not supplied with her name, then I'm not going to know her name. I don't do like psychic parlor tricks for people. The channel is something different. The channel is something obviously 43-year-old young blood lady doesn't understand. And she claimed to not be one of those cougar ladies that takes AI pictures with them. Fine, but you might be something worse. I'm sorry, you might be something worse. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So what do I make of him? I hope he does what you said, and he doesn't get too caught up in the egoism, the booze, and the materialism. And he should. The first step would be to go vegan. Really, for him. Yeah. There's a reason why the first video you saw of him, he was throwing chickens around on a kitchen counter. That's the first thing that came through your mind. Damn it, he's not vegan, right? Yeah. Yeah, because it would make, everyone wants to laugh about veganism, but no. It makes such an impact. You're going to do one of these pictures for me? Yes. We're standing in a bar. We're standing at a bar in this picture. One of many that we frequented together after work. Yeah, I met him we read the story. The story about me and Hiram is so amazing. Yeah, it's such an amazing love story, and I'm so glad I wrote it, because I'm just so proud to know a person like you. I guess he does remind me of Youngblood, his attitude, even though Hiram was full-blown Puerto Rican, and not a Brit. But he has that kind of joy, and he was always dancing and always hugging me, always kissing my face, and like touching me with such love every time he was in my vicinity. We like orbited each other like a couple of planets. And I can't help but thinking that I'm getting emotional right now. And when that 43-year-old menace watches this, she'll find something to make fun of about me for loving this guy. That's my first thought. She'll make fun of this video. She'll make fun of my emotionality. And she won't even make the correlation between how she feels about Youngblood to my real life best friend Hiram, right? And why should my mind work that? Because it's hard not to work that way. I told you, it's even in my story about Hiram. One of Hiram's quotes to me when we were sitting together in his hospital room during one of his more a difficult crisis is. He was in the hospital for several months. And he said, you know, you're like me. You could be in a room full of people and all of them love you, but the one person that doesn't, yeah, the one person that doesn't love you or is giving you dirty looks, you want them to like you. Right. Yes. I was like that too. Because and you tried so hard to be nice and generous with that 40, we'll just call her 43. All right. Yeah, for now. But there's another surprise about her coming later. You'll see. All right. I can't wait. She drained me yesterday. She really drained me. But yeah, I tried with her. Yeah. You tried with her. She was hell bent on becoming a creep. And you were not, taking the bait. And she kept trying to and she got nastier and nastier with each exchange. Right. It got more personal and she got nastier. And I was not saying, I was like critiquing Youngblood in a very generous way, what I thought of his situation as a rocker. And she just, everything that I said, she started coming back at me, attacking me as a person and everything about me, my videos, my life, yeah, she's one of those. Oh my God, I can't take it.